Hey, what's going on, you blinked out Blastoise? Today we're talking Slaking EX and the big new upgrade that I got in the form of Ignition Energy in the black and white set. Before we jump into it though, and I break it all down, huge shout out to Dragon Shield as always for sponsoring the channel and everything I got going on in the Pokemon TCG space. Of course, I'm a huge fan of their sleeves, specifically the matte style of sleeves is my favorite. And if you're looking for a color recommendation, big fan of the blood reds, so check them out, dragonshield.com. Link, of course, will be in the description, and code AzulGG will get you a discount over there as well. So yeah, the Ignition Energy is the big new upgrade here for Slaking. When it's attached to a Pokemon, you discard it at the end of your turn. If it's attached to any Pokemon, it provides a colorless energy, but if it's specifically attached to an evolution Pokemon, which Slaking EX is, it provides 3 colorless energy. So this is a big boost for Slaking EX for its great swing attack that does 280 damage, and then you discard an energy from this Pokemon, which would get discarded anyways in the form of the Ignition Energy. 340 HP, so it's got quite a few HP, and it's got that Born to Slack ability, which isn't a good ability. It's a bad ability, but if your opponent has no Pokemon EX or Pokemon V in play, this Pokemon can't attack. So that's not good. Yeah, the ability's bad, but almost every deck has Pokemon EX in play, and if they don't, we can still attack with Pidgeot with the Blustery Wind or Fan Rotom with the Land Assault. We have plenty of attacking options besides the Great Swing from the Slaking EX. So we're not really that worried if our opponent doesn't have an EX Pokemon in play quite yet. We'll force them to put one in play through attacking with Pidgeot and attacking with the Fan Rotom. So this is pretty similar to my previous build of the deck. We have 4 Ignition Energy in here now, of course. We have less counter game, but I'm still playing a counter game, and we have no Boomerang Energy anymore because we can rely on being more aggressive with the Ignition Energy, which is the big upgrade from having Ignition Energy in the deck over like the Boomerang, Counter Energy, Jet Energy combination of stuff that we had before. Is we can just draw prize cards aggressively and then consistently keep drawing prize cards aggressively with Ignition Energy after Ignition Energy after Ignition Energy, whereas previously it kind of felt like we had to fall behind, and then in the mid-late game, things got kind of tedious where we could like end up on even prize cards and lose access to counter gain and then not have enough energy in play to continue to swing with Great Swing. So things could get weird. Things aren't weird anymore. We just keep swinging with Ignition Energy, or we can use Fan Rotom to KO low HP Pokemon like Dreepies and stuff like that whenever we see fit. And like I said, the Blustery Wind from the Pidgeot can get in there as well. So I got a 3-3-2 Slaking line. I don't have the Ursaluna in here currently, nor do I have the Baby Slaking, but these are 2 cards that I definitely think could be worth adding. I just haven't ran into enough situations yet where I need them. But the Baby Slaking here, or the non-EX Slaking here, it's got that Stir and Snore ability. If this Pokemon is asleep, flip 2 coins instead of 1 during Pokemon checkup if either of them is tails, the Pokemon is still asleep. So once again, not a good ability, which usually abilities are good. And then the attack does 240 damage for 3 colorless energy. So pretty similar to the Slaking EX, but it is a 1 prize Pokemon. So that's kind of the trade-off you're getting there. That's so stuff again up against decks like, I don't know, Joltik Box. And I mean, the Joltik Box matchup is so good anyways. I don't know if we really care if we have this or not. But Raging Ball will be the main deck, I feel like, where I'd be like, okay, we kind of like having this Slaking to be able to leave a 1 prizer in the active and not just feed our opponent 2 prizer after 2 prizer after 2 prizer potentially. So yeah, but 3-3-2 Slaking line, 2-2-2 Pidgeot line, because this deck is actually heavily, despite the lack of basic energy and Arven, the deck is heavily built through setting up with TM Evolution, actually. And the way we are doing that is through the Farfetch'd, potentially, with the Impromptu Carrier ability. When you place Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may search your deck for a tool card and attach it to the Farfetch'd. So we can get the Farfetch'd off of our Fan Rotom with the Fan Call, which also finds Pidgeys, Pidgeots, or Pidgeys, Pidgeotos, Vigoroths, and potentially Slackoths. Use that, and we can also find the Farfetch'd, and then we can get a Jet Energy, put it on the Farfetch'd, and we can get our Jet Energy from just naturally having it in the hand or using Hilda or Colress's Tenacity to put the Farfetch'd in the active after we've used the Impromptu Carrier with the TM Evolution, and then TM Evo our Slackoths and the Vigoroths and our Pidgeys into Pidgeotos. The other ways we can go about getting the TM Evo, though, is we can naturally have it in hand, of course, or we could use the Colress's Tenacity, which can find us Jet Energy plus Town Store. Then Town Store can find us the TM Evolution. So then we can jet our Fan Rotom into the active, attach the TM Evolution, and then TM Evo our Pidgeys into our Pidgeotos and our Slackoths into our Vigoroth. Or we do have a decent amount of bench space to work with, and sometimes we can give up one of our evolutions from our TM Evolution. So I have a 1-1 Zoroark line in the deck still, because I definitely feel like we want a little bit of extra draw power. I still need to mess around with this further, because I am not convinced this is the best way to build the deck still. The Pidgeot's great, of course. The Zoroark is like fine, and we do have the bench space to work with, and we also can sometimes give up one of our TM Evolution uses to go get the Zoroark. but it's not that consistent because it's just like a 1-1 line. Maybe we should try and up it to a 2-2, or maybe there's something out there that's better. No, to Dunsparce is not better. We do not play enough Pokemon Search for the Dunsparce. Do not recommend to Dunsparce. Or I was also tried a third Pidgey, so maybe just like a thicker Pidgeot line, because one of the things that consistently happens with Pidgeot decks is our opponent is going to gust and KO our Pidgeot EX aggressively, and that's what happens with this deck. Like every other Pidgeot deck, is our opponent goes after our Pidgeot, and it's super annoying and super hard to deal with sometimes. But if we played like a 3-2-3 Pidgeot line, we do play one rare candy in here, then we could just set up 2 Pidgeot, and even if they KO one, we have another. Maybe, I'm not convinced of that. I did try and lean into that a little bit with like a third Pidgey. It was still pretty hard to set up 2 Pidgeots. Getting the first one online is pretty easy, to be honest, but getting to the second one, that's where things get a little bit weird. Feds for extra draw power. We also have the new Hilda supporter in here. Search your deck for an evolution and an energy card, reveal them and put them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So this is also pretty good to initially get our TM evolution going. It's not as consistently good as the course's tenacity, of course, but it does find us an evolution card to build up for our next turn. So the cool thing about Hilda is if we use this on the first turn of the game, we could find like Pidgeot EX plus the Jet Energy, and as long as we have it out to the Fan Rotom through a Buddy Poffin, the Fan Rotom itself, Artisan, or Ultra Ball, then we can get the Farfetch, jet the Farfetch into the active off the Hilda, and after the Farfetch uses its impromptu carrier to get the TM evolution, we evolve into our Pidgeotto and our Vigoroth, but because we use Hilda on the first turn of the game, we can also have found a Pidgeot EX or a Slaking EX to then immediately evolve those into one of the evolutions, or maybe even the Zoroark EX as well. And it's also a great follow-up supporter as well. After we do our whole turn 1 TM evolution combo, Hilda on turn 2 can find us once again the Pidgeot EX, the Slaking EX, and maybe even an Ignition Energy to start getting aggressive with the Slaking. Or if we initially use Farfetch to use the TM evolution, we could get another Jet Energy to then use Fan Rotom with the Assault Landing to knock out something in our opponent's active, like a Dreepy or something like that, to start getting going with the prize trade, but we're not using a full Ignition Energy to KO a Dreepy, which doesn't sound very efficient. But yeah, 3 Hilda, 3 Kolch is kind of the split I've come to, alongside 3 Iono as well. I'm not sure exactly what these counts should be. And like I said, I'm still kind of messing around with the secondary draw engine. Currently, we're at Zoroark. I haven't found really anything better, but it feels like there is something better. Or it feels like it's just not good enough, but I don't know what's better. So I'm kind of like stuck. 3 Iono here, 2 Boss's Orders, 2 Countercatcher for the Gust, 1 Turo. The Turo's been great. Would maybe even consider a second, to be honest. 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Buddy Poffin for the Pokemon Search, besides the 2 Artisan. 1 Nitrate as a recovery. Doesn't really feel like we need more than this. 1 Rare Candy, also same thing. Don't really feel like we need more than 1 Rare Candy. For the A-Spec, I am playing the Maximum Belt. This lets Slaking easily KO stuff like Charizard, like Dragapult, like Grimmsnarl. Maximum Belt is great. Do have the counter gain in here as well. Like I mentioned, it can combo with Jet Energy. If we are giving up the first prize card or 2, being able to use a Slaking without an Ignition Energy is nice through the counter gain. Another thing we could like possibly put in here would be a Gravity Mountain. That would also let Slaking KO stuff like, it's probably just never worth it, to be honest. The more I think about it, I'm like, no, that's just not very good. The only thing that would really let us KO is like a Grimmsnarl after they've taken damage from their own Frostlass, I guess. That's not that good, though. We've got 1 Air Balloon here for some mobility, especially with Zoroark in the deck. The Air Balloon's great. 2 Artisan, 1 Town Store for the stadiums. Of course, we have a decent amount of access to those through the Colress. And then, yeah, 4 Jet, 4 Ignition Energy for the energy cards in the deck. And that's it. That's my current take on Slaking EX in the black and white format. Still a ton to try out. Like I said, I'm not that confident in the list yet. Still more things to do, but this is where I'm at right now. Let's jump into some action, and I'll show y'all how it runs. I know nothing. I thought I knew everything. Now I think I know nothing. What the heck? Oh, it's just Joltik box? Okay, I probably need to play a 3rd Slaking, though. Well, I don't know. 2 Slaking might still be... I have 2 Slaking and Nitrogen. Let's just try that. Maybe that is enough, to be honest. This is a matchup where Iron Bundle would actually be pretty good, but... Oh, wait, no, we can find, like, the boss combo next turn, right? Maybe. I have the Jet, so I could get Ignition plus... Pidgey Fan Rotom. Well, this could get Towns. Well, I don't know if Town Store's in there, I guess. We'd have to like check that. I want Vigoroth, Blackoth, or maybe Fanrotom as a discard farter. Shout out to all the discard farters. I'm trying to increase my odds. A Colress now for Town Store. Then I don't get an evolution. So I feel like Hilda's always the better card here, right? Because then I can all of a sudden top deck out of this situation. Actually, what do I even want in this last bench space, though? This is why I used to play the 1/1 Zoroark, because like this last bench space is just kind of chilling. They're not gonna be dealing with my Slakings very well. Maybe I should just bring the 1/1 Zoroark back, to be honest. Want a Fanrotom attack here? Ooh, okay, Fanrotom attack would have been interesting, actually. Hold up. Oh, wait, that's their only... They have a 0-card hand. Okay, I definitely should have Fanrotom attacked here. Yes. Oh, but they would just get their second Joltik. But then I could KO that and be up 2 prize cards. Oh, you're right. I should have just done that. Oh, my gosh. I 100% should have just KO'd this thing. I could have KO'd it with the Farfetch'd, actually. Yeah, I didn't even realize they had a 0-card hand, so they have to go get another Joltik, send the Joltik into the active. Oh my gosh, I definitely threw that. Definitely threw. I should just mock cutting now. Yeah, dude, I 100% just get all the evolutions out of the deck with Fanrotom. And then I could have evolved Pidgeotto, Vigoroth, and they push another Joltik, then I KO that Joltik, draw 2 prize card. Oh my gosh. Insane throws. Nice, very cool. I mean, yeah, I can't blame anyone but myself for that one. That was pretty bad. I definitely had like an insane lineup for the situation, and then didn't take advantage. I think we're still in an okay spot though, because I could have Fanrotomed for Odo Vigoroth. I had a Vigoroth in hand, right? So no, Odo double Vigoroth, and then I had the basics, and then I just evolve everything, and then I go knock out second one. Do you have a way to a stadium? Yeah, I Colress's Tenacity. So I could have gone Colress for Ignition plus Artisan there, I guess. Yeah, go for Colress for Artisan plus Ignition. Instead, we out here throwing. Never lucky. Still very winnable, but definitely could have played better. So I could have got Fez there, I guess. Oh, no. I always have to ultra. I don't want to Iona them. Iona here is probably fine, to be honest, actually, the more I think about it. Yeah, I should probably just Iona here. Yeah, I definitely should Iona here. Sure. Getting rid of the Iona is actually kind of bad, maybe. Any Pidge? Does maximum belt ever matter in this matchup? I don't think this guy's just always swinging. My one candy. my one of rare candy. Let's get it. I can just search out an ignition for potentially the next turn. Swinging. Okay, I wanna. Yeah, I can already think of some changes I wanna try. Pretty good situation though, I feel like. See what they can come up with. Even if they find Crispin, they would need. They already used their Prime Catcher. Yeah, they would need Crispin. They would need Crispin Counter Catcher. Crispin Counter Catcher actually would be pretty good here. But I don't even know how they would close out the game after that. So we would still probably be in a pretty good spot. I wonder if we can get away with... Yeah, I kind of want to put the 1/1 Zorak back in the deck, but let's continue to try without it. Maybe we just set up the other thing a little bit more often. We just set up double Pidgeot, so that way if they KO one, we just have the other one in the play ready to go. Then we still have Fez as extra draw support as well, potentially, so... I mean, I think I can just Turo here, right? Turo Ignition. Oh, I don't even knock out, though. Oh, I can Turo and then punch with Farfetch'd. Or... Could Boss knock out Fez? I guess there's a couple different ways to play this. I think I like the Turo play the most, though. I might want to put Fez on my bench before I go into like an Iono next turn or something, maybe. I'm gonna grab this for some mobility. Mock cut. Why don't you play bundle? I don't know if it's worth it. It would obviously be pretty good in this situation, but yeah, I don't know if bundle's worth playing. I don't know if it's good against other matchups or not. What's I can get from black and white to make it playable? Ignition energy. And we also got Hilda. I don't know how good Hilda is in the deck though. But Ignition's pretty good. Hilda might also be pretty good. I mean, if they run to Joltik here, we can just mock cut the Joltik as well though, and we're still just chilling. Yeah, I think we're in a pretty good spot here for sure. Yeah, but yeah, obviously bundle would be pretty good in this matchup for sure. How's Grand Tree in this deck? Oh, it's okay. I'm not playing Grand Tree though. I'm playing Maximum Belt. Have any Watchtower? No Watchtower. We just attack with Fae and Rotom. We might also play the one prize Slaking as well, though. The one prize Slaking actually doesn't seem bad. But it also breaks Shelly. That is true. It is good against Shelly, but I don't know if we need it against Shelly. I'm not sure it's like necessary against Shelly or not. Um. Chillin'. Of course, why not Watchtower? Because our Pidgeot is our engine. We'd be shutting off our own engine. Pidgeot's like the best thing to play with Slaking, I think. Best engine to play with it. It definitely feels like we could get the Zoroark back in here, to be honest. I think we should try and fit the 1/1 Zoroark back in the deck, for sure. Just more draw power. Is there anything better than the Zoroark? I don't think so. Did you actually play any of the Pokemon games? I've just played Sword and Shield. That's the only one. I haven't played any others. I'm so sorry, Azul. Yeah, it was all right. It was okay. You played the worst one. Yeah, that's what I've heard people say. It's not great. Are they actually gonna kill my Pidgeot here? Any what, Vitality Band plus Gust or something? What is their play here? What are we doing? What's going on? Maybe they didn't realize that they don't kill Pidgeot. Sure, fuck the, you know what, honestly, yo, fuck this bird, bro. Fuck this duck. Respect, respect. Fellow duck fucker over there. Big respect, big respect for sure. Yo, appreciate the 9 months there, Dos Madres. Okay, yeah, there's some things I want to check them out yet. No. Did you enjoy playing Grim at NAIC? Yeah, I was content with my deck choice. Palafin? Do I one hit KO that? I actually don't even know. Would you consider not going to World so people stop asking what you're going to play? It's definitely tempting. So I have to like punch them with like Feyenoord them first and then like KO them afterwards, probably, right? That's got to be like my line or something. Yeah, something like that. I mean, actually, we have a lot of top deck outs to get there, to be honest. That is not one of them. Nope. Chilling. All right. No outs. That's fine though. Dude, I really missed the prize tracker to be able to like look at the deck. It's all right. I'll be back tomorrow maybe or soon. Your favorite deck you played? Yeah, the next deck I play with. All right, that's fine. No Team Evo combo. That's fine. I guess I can Ultra Ball away the Poffin and the top deck to get... Yeah, we can make this work. We can make this work. Recreation Joy would give you the best chance of winning. I mean, like for a tournament specifically, but besides that, I don't really care. I definitely don't think, like, if I just enjoy playing what gives me the best chance of winning, I wouldn't be playing Slaking right now. Like, I'm just playing new decks. I'm just playing new decks right now. I think he's the best designed card in the most recent metas. I don't know. It's not something I think about. What HP is far-fetched? 60, 70, 60 or 70. But you can't Poffin for it because to use its ability it has to come out of hand. Alright, we're chilling. Have you tried Miraidon? Not yet, no. Man, I really don't want to Ultra Ball an Ignition Energy. I guess Ultra Balling a Vigoroth does not sound very good either. I think it's got to be that though. Do you think there are any underrated decks right now? No, not that I'm aware of. Have you had a favorite deck you played today? Yeah, the next deck I play. What's your cookout order? What's it, like the Cajun chicken sandwich or spicy chicken sandwich or something, and then onion rings, and then the chicken quesadilla. I want to like guarantee the Pidgey out here, I feel like. I still my candy. I do have my candy, okay. High Typhlosion Fuel? Better, but it's still not competitive, I don't think. Yeah, better, but it's still not competitive. The deck still has too many flaws. Maybe in a... Actually, it's not even like flaws. It has too many bad matchups, I think, is the main thing. It's just too many bad matchups. What was a game changer for you to get healthy and lose so much weight? Just doing it. Just being consistent. Have you seen the World Kit? I did check. I did see it. I didn't actually like look at it though, like in detail. I just saw the pictures. I glanced at the pictures on Twitter. I saw they got revealed. Did you like it? I mean, honestly, that kind of stuff doesn't really matter to me. Like the merch stuff. If there's something that like stands out to me, if there's something like that stands out to me with that stuff, I like think that's cool. But I don't really think much of the. As far as just merch stuff goes, kind of in general, it's not just like Pokemon related stuff. I just don't care too much. If something is cool that stands out to me, I'll be interested in that. But yeah. You test Mara and Zekrom? No. Or Typhlosion's bad matchups? I think the main one is Guardy. Guardy's bad. That's the bad one, the Guardy matchup. Obviously, question makes you feel weird. I'm sorry, but do you know if you're neurodivergent? No, I haven't ever investigated that. Wait, how did this thing even get 20 damage? Oh, from the poison. Type of question. Oh wait, I need a stadium here. Wait, that's fine. We can quick search for a stadium. We got this. Yeah, it seems fine. Slack off. I kind of don't want to get a Slaking just for them to punch it, so I'm just going to get another Vigoroth here, I think. How do you feel about Toadstool deck? I don't really have an opinion on it. I haven't played it in this format. I don't have a grasp of this format either. Do you watch sports? NBA and NFL sometimes, yeah. You play Slaking with the new Hydreigon EX? No, it's probably too much going on. Too many stage 2s. Have you seen any of the new Hydreigon on ladder today? No, I haven't hit one yet. Favorite football team? I don't have a favorite. I just like watching the playoffs. Yeah, I don't have a favorite team that I was rooting for. I was rooting for the Chiefs last year, but I was rooting for the Chiefs last year, but I don't really, now that they lost last year, I don't really care as much if they win or not. It would have been cool to see them win, but they banned the new Hydreigon, so you can't see it. Oh, it's they banned it. How many things? So Prism Energy and Hydreigon are not playable. What actually you messed with so far? Golden Go, Wug Trio. This. I think there was one more. Or is this the third deck I played with today? So honestly, it might just be the third deck that I played with today. Oh, wait, this Monkey Dory is gonna be freaking annoying, man. This guy's kind of a rat. Wait, why didn't they heal this guy? Wait, I still don't know. They did heal this guy. Dude, the monk. Oh my gosh. What is happening? What is happening, bro? Oh, they hit themselves. That's huge. That's money. Wait, that's actually a huge deal. Now we actually KO it. They should have just stopped while they were ahead. They got greedy. Palafin, Bombs, Monkey Dory. Honestly, I don't hate it. I actually don't hate it. Oh, they have to do that. I was wondering why the heck they did that. I was like, wait, why'd they do that? I kind of just want to go for an Iono here. Maybe the Hilda was fine there, actually, the more I think about it. It's a pretty good draw, though. Or a pretty fine draw, I guess. I don't really want to put... I don't want to put Fez in play here, I don't think. Traveling. Yeah, that bomb was a pretty questionable play from them, I'm not gonna lie. What's your favorite state you spent time in? Probably Massachusetts. Grim with Balloon feels much better versus Guardian. Now, what do you think? I mean, it's a buff for the deck, and specifically is good in that, better in that matchup, like an improvement for that matchup. Some other matchup doesn't really make a difference, but that's not like a. That's like one of those things in matchups where it's just like you don't. It's nothing to test. You just know it's going to be it. The Guardian matchup neutrally. Well, it's not even true because they're like now jealous and build, so I don't even know how that matchup plays out. But like, if you just like took Grimmsnarl from last format and took Guardian from last format and gave Grimmsnarl an Air Balloon, the matchup gets better for Grimmsnarl. So it's not something that you need to test or anything. The question is, what do Guardian builds look like now, anyways? And if the matchup has for some reason maybe become worse, which I guess is possible. What do you cut for Balloon and how many? In Grimmsnarl, just one. I mean, you just cut the rescue board if you had a rescue board in there. Is Jellicent not out yet? No, it is. What's the best cheeseburger you ever ate? I don't know. No cheeseburger stands out amongst the rest of the cheeseburgers I've ever had. Cleffa angle? Sure. Why not? I mean, I think I could just KO the Zoroark here, which honestly just seems kind of good. Just go Ignition Boss, KO the Zoroark. I'm not gonna let him piddle around too much. How long I bet in Cali? Like about 4 years now. So I got day 1 arc with mostly Dango on ladder. Holy smokes, bro, you're going hard. You are playing Genesect, right? Would you like poison donk your way up and then switch to Dango? You can play Legends EA? Probably not, no. Favorite color sleeves? I don't know, it changes. Right now it's magenta, but tomorrow, who knows? Is there any place you want there to be a regional out this year? No, not in particular. I don't really care. I think the only ones that I care about like moving forward would be... No, not really. I mean, they'll put it in good locations no matter what. I think there's a couple ones that they probably should just like kind of keep as like mainstays, like Toronto, Vegas moving forward. But like besides that, I don't really care. For like me, like selfishly for me, like new places I haven't been, but at the end of the day, I don't really care too much. Whatever makes sense for the most of the community is hopefully the decisions they make to like some extent, but yeah, cool locations that make the most sense. Like no Peoria, I guess. I guess there's like more so places that I don't want there to be locations than places I care about there being locations. Like, yeah, no Peoria, stuff like that. You play any of the Pokemon video games? No. Do I? No, I don't play any of the Pokemon video games. I was like, wait, do I? I don't think so. No, I don't play any of them. Oh, they could KO my Pidgeot here. That would be bad. Oh, they're gonna KO my Pidgeot here with Counter Catcher. Dude, people are always killing my freaking bird, man. Oh, they're not. Okay, they could. Oh, they could still KO my bird. They could still have Counter Catcher. My bird just stays dead, man. Oh my. Okay. How do I respond to this? I do have Night Treasure to get the bird back, but I don't have win in hand. The question is, do I play for the win here or no? I don't really have any outs in my hand to do anything. Do I have win? Am I trolling? Nope. I do not have game. I'm 10 damage short from KOing the active with Slaking. Appreciate the tier 1 there, Joao. Over to the Rat Pack. Fez? Well, if I Fez, I could lose. If I whiff, I lose, though. If I Fez and whiff, they probably win. I don't really want to Fez. Fuck if I stop speeding. That's for Fez. Oh, I guess I could Fez and then Turo my Fez, maybe? Okay, we could do that, I guess. Yeah, Fez Turo, sure. I'm down for that. This feels so bad. It doesn't feel like I have like a real... Do they have Ionos left though? Hold up. I'm 2 Iono. They have plenty of Ionos, it feels like. I want to be able to retreat whatever I push here. I'm gonna push Pidgey and pass. I could put the maximum belt here, I guess. No, because I want to be able to get something off-town store to maybe Ultra Ball away, actually. Or pass, I guess. I don't know. Could have Turo slamming and use Counter Catcher next turn if you find energy. Turos. I don't know what Turo slamming is, but... And let's see, we're talking about what I just did. Why not Wash Shower to turn off your abilities? And if they bump it, you can use Pidgeot again. You just don't need it. Your opponents always have EXs in play. You can win with Bomb. Bomb. Can they? How do they win with a bomb? They need 2 bombs. Why would I want... Turo and Slaking doesn't do anything, does it? Oh, because they can KO this... No, they can't even KO my Slaking. Yeah, they would need like two bombs. If they have 2 bombs, they win no matter what, though, right? This might be the problem, is they can leave us in the active and let it build up poisoned it. Oh, they're not doing that though. They're swinging. Is there any boss in deck? I do have a boss, yeah. Oh man. Well, this is just like literally stuck, right? I don't have any way to move this. I can jet. Okay, we win. Holy smokes, dude. Dude, the Palafin, bro. He's too beefy, bro. That's the only reason this matchup is close, is that if they get double Vigoroth here. Oh, it's Joltik? Oh, wait, alright. Maybe they make the play, and then maybe I make the right play. They didn't make the play, so I can't make the right play, but it's fine. Some stores in here, okay. And call. I need 2. How many slacking do I have in here? Oop. 2. Slack off. Jet up this. Town store. Grab Evo. Evo, Odo, Vigoroth. I should get triple slack off. Maybe I go with another Pidgey here, to be honest. Because they're just not gonna, they just don't kill Slackings very fast, so. If they want to like take away my Odo so I don't have the access to Pidgeot later in the game. I would like to have like double Pidgeot set up or something. I don't know. I think this makes sense. We'll see how it goes actually, though, to be honest. I guess it doesn't seem too crazy. Should be an easy matchup. I think so as well, but my Chapstick's dead. I think it should also be an easy matchup. I did kind of give him that for free. Okay, now I get +1 bench space to play the game, though. Like, that's always just better to have the extra bench space as opposed to, like, having to use the... What the peaks? Why'd they get double peak there? What the heck? Are they about to load up 2 peaks here? Mercy board, lol. Yeah, what the heck? What are they doing, bro? Don't they know that... You fool, what are you doing? You could be playing the air balloon. What if I have gemstone? You would have been stuck, buddy. Why'd they also attach active? Oh, because they didn't have access to the rescue board. No border for the bench looks bad. I agree. The lack of border is... Dude, what they're investing in this peak, bro. They just don't know what's happening, bro. They're invested in peak like what? Who? What? Who? Why are we peak vesting, bro? Hmm. don't want to set up Pidgeotto because that would be a... Yeah, because I can like potentially neutralize their board state to the point where it's like I can KO the only threat to Pidgeotto. Potentially. And then they can't remove my Pidgeot, excuse me. If they commit Pikachu to KO my Zoroark, then I can go Pidgeot KO Iron Hands, basically, or something like that. But I'll probably start to feel terrible here, right? No, I think it's fine. They can leaves Gus KO your Zoroark now too. That's fine, because then all that energy is neutralized. Like that energy is not able to KO anything else. If they commit that many energy to Iron Leaves, then I just KO the other thing with energy on it, and then they don't have a thing. After that, they didn't power up hands. Definitely a choice, yeah, definitely a choice. How did they get this Joltik? Did they just... Why would they even get Joltik here? Why is this guy in play? Did they prize Fez? Like setting up for like Galvantula KO my Zoroark later in the game, but that just puts another one prizer in play for me to take advantage of. Okay, well they found Crispin, so they get Iron Hands active now. Yeah, I'm just not gonna evolve to Pidgeot yet. I'm just gonna go Ultra Ball, Slaking, attach, knock out Iron Hands. I guess evolving to Pidgeot here isn't terrible. I already have a liability in play. They get two, I get two, they get two. But them getting their last two is going to be the tough part, right? Or it should be tough. I guess I could figure it out, though. No, actually, I don't want another two prizer in play that Pikachu could KO, because they go into Joltik, load up Pikachu or something, right? Does that even work? Wait, how is this going to play out? I go Slaking knockout. They could go Pikachu KO. They could go Pikachu KO this. So yeah, I don't want to set up Pidgeot here. Yeah, I don't want to set up Pidgeot. Okay, so we do this. Let's go Slaking Ignition. I should have saved the town store, used to shuffle my deck afterwards, because I got a lot of good cards in my hand. Zoroark gets bodied by the spider. I mean, technically, yeah. I mean, they're not even close to that thing being set up. It doesn't really matter. You're not technically wrong, but it also is not something I'm scared of. Technically speaking, nope. Born to Slack. Yeah, like what they can Pikachu for 2 on Zoroark, but then if I don't put anything else in play, then we should just win. Like we should just win this, right? I don't see how I lose from here. There might be a way to lose from here. I just don't see what it is. We can also counter game next turn if we want to. Ultra Ball away these two, get another Pidgeotto or something. That's not the. I mean, I would bet on them finding Gus this turn as well, though. Like I would bet on them finding Gus KO Zoroark. I assume that's their play, but then I just don't have to put Pidgeot or Fez in play, and then we just win. Or I could countercatcher KO Miraidon. I could countercatcher KO the Miraidon, I guess. And then I could have Pidgeot set up, and they can't KO my Pidgeot, right? Could they KO my Pidgeot? Is there any way for them to KO my Pidgeot if I do that in a single turn? No, right? Fan order him the little bug. I could fan order him the bug, yeah. Sure, sure. What's up, Mr. Blue? Is Slaking looking decent? Feels alright, yeah. If I KO this though, I'd rather set up the Pidgeot this turn than not, right? I'm just gonna set up the Pidgeot and we'll be like, if they have some kind of crazy way to kill it, then I guess I get bodied. Oh, wait, I could have counter gained here. Oh, I can still do that. I can still jet. I want a jet. Yeah, it seems good. They could play an Iono, and they could go... Is there ever a play that they could make, though? I don't think so. I'm still just going to get rid of these, to be honest. Just evolve this guy. 2 quick searches? Bro, imagine if you could, though. What is their win con here? I don't think they have one, but I'm actually not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure they do not have one. Dude, then we would just probably play like a 3/3/3 Pidgeot if you could quick search twice in a turn. Oh, wait, I have 1 prize card left. So what could they even do? Like send a Pikachu, Iono attach, and then next turn go like Crispin Prime, yeah. I think they don't have the win con as long as you didn't bench log with Fez. Oh yeah, if I bench Fez, then all of a sudden they can win con with the other thing. Bear Black Belt Prime. Yeah, I guess they could have that. Yeah, sure. I mean, if they got it, they got it. We haven't seen their Prime Catcher, so they could have Bear Maximum Belt. Bear Maximum Belt. I thought you could double Rapid Strike Search at my first cup with the deck. That would... Honestly, that actually wouldn't have even been that good. It would have improved the card a little bit for sure, but it would have not been game-changing. Is it Bear Punch Prey? Bear Bravery Charm? Hooked. Bodied him. They attached for nothing? True. They didn't even need it. Alright, yeah, the courses just kind of feel better. I don't